I caught ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. OK, here we go. The first subject tonight is unlikely things to hear at Wimbledon.
New balls developing on both the Williams sisters. A dog has run onto the court and it's beaten Tim Henman. There's no strawberries left, you'll have to have chips.
What a newsreader would never say.
The football scores now, so you might want to look away if you're a woman or a gay. Just watching that press conference, I wouldn't be surprised if it was her stepfather that did it. If you've taped that earthquake to enjoy later and don't want to know how many died, look away now. News just in. I'm HIV positive.
Unlikely lines from the final Harry Potter book.
Harry had always thought that he'd meet his death at the hands of Voldemort, so imagine his surprise when the doctors told him that he was HIV positive. As the old man stood in front of him in his robes, clutching his wand, Harry regretted transferring to Catholic school.
Unlikely lines to hear in an episode of Doctor Who.
Looks like we've materialised in the 19th century. Oh no, it's Glasgow 2007. I'm here to save the Earth, but as a doctor, I won't be working evenings or weekends. Welcome to my Dalek poetry reading. This one is called Daffodils. Exterminate daffodils!
OK, the next topic is bad ways for Gordon Brown to address the nation.
In these troubled times between our nations, I feel I need to reach out to President Putin and say, I have shagged your mother.
Questions omitted from the British citizenship test.
Do you ever look at the ingredients on Ready, Steady, Cook and think, I could make a bomb out of that?
The worst thing to hear on holiday.
In the event of the cabin decompressing, oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling and dangle in front of your blue dead faces. There's a bar in the swimming pool after yesterday's riot. Both of you, welcome to Scotland.
OK, the next topic is unlikely lines to hear in a TV show.
Hello and welcome to Mock the Week After Dark. I'm Dara O'Brien, and this is my penis.
Weird things to see on a road sign.
Stop! Hammer time. Help me, I'm trapped in a sign-making factory. No left turn, no right turn, no entry, no reversing. Get out of the car and put your hands on your head. Do it! Sharp left turn ahead. Careful, ladies. Warning, little chef, 1 mile.
Next topic is unlikely things to hear in the House of Lords.
Would anyone like to swap a packet of Space Raiders for some Dairy Lee Dunkables? I want to recriminalise homosexuality so that I can feel dirty when I do it.
Bad things to hear on an airplane.
That's the first cloud I've ever seen with a ski lift on it.
The worst person to be married to.
When I said I was a positive person, I meant HIV. He sleeps in the bed with us, OK? Don't make me choose between you and the wolf.
Things an athletics commentator would never say.
There's a white man in the final of the 100 metres. Good luck with that. And in this final of the women's gymnastics, I've been nailed to my chair for my own good. And in the slow motion replay, you can quite clearly see his cock swinging from side to side.
The next topic is the worst thing to say when running for US president.
There are no skeletons in my closet, just a black latex dildo suit.
Unlikely small ads.
Erectile problems. Ha 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 ha. Dog available to good home. Free prawn crackers with every delivery.
Excerpts from DVDs I wouldn't sell.
I'm afraid the only thing you're going to be fighting for some time, Bond, is HIV. Here's looking at you, kid, is why I'm in a Cambodian jail. Ah, Frodo, you're hurting me! When I said you should destroy the ring.
What a news reporter would never say.
Here on the streets, it seems that Britain is completely in the grip of gang culture. This is John Simpson for the ITN Massive! News just in. Go to a break, your wife's been hit by a truck. Even amidst the devastation of this earthquake, there are still stories of hope. I found a man's wallet.
Unlikely letters to be read out on Points of View.
The other night, I watched Nigella Lawson and picked up a couple of good tips on baking bread. And in the process, I just about ripped my cock off.
Unlikely things for a royal correspondent to say.
Isn't it wonderful to see Prince Charles being made king at the age of 137? Prince Harry hasn't been put off by the congestion charge. He says he still manages to come into Chelsea twice a day. It's great to see the whole family waving from the balcony through the sights of my AK-47.
What a rugby commentator would never say.
It's time for the scrum where the players can have a quick kiss and exchange phone numbers. All pretense has been abandoned as both teams take to the field naked, covered in lubricant to the sound of pounding techno.
Thick, muscular necks. I'll call it ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, you know this, and the performers come in with their suggestions. OK, here we go. The first subject is bad things for a by-election candidate to say.
I would like to kiss your baby, but we don't want to go down that road again. I've been knocking on doors in this constituency for weeks, and it's completely unconnected to the recent stranglings. If elected, living standards will go up. For me and my wife. I know nothing about politics, but I can crush a right pear between my buttocks.
OK. The next topic is unnerving things to hear during a medical examination.
That's your smear test done, and I do have some bad news. I'm the janitor. Well, there's good news and bad news. But don't worry, I can give the good news to your widow. This is one of the healthiest x-rays I've ever seen. But if we compare that with yours... You have the body of someone half your age, growing inside your womb.
Things you're unlikely to hear on a quiz show.
I'm Anne Robinson, and if my Botox wears off, my face will turn into a scrotum. It's the banker. He says he's got your kids.
Things that would change the atmosphere at a dinner party.
Help yourself to Nibbles. He was our favourite hamster, but it's what he would have wanted. I hope nobody's allergic to nuts, because I like to rest mine on the table. There is a vegetarian option. You can fuck off.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a superhero movie.
To the Bat Caravan. No, they call me Catwoman because I can lick my own arse. You're trapped, Spider-Man, trapped in this enormous bath. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Whatever it is, it's heading straight for the World Trade Center. What's that, Joker? You'll be back. Somehow I don't think you will be.
OK, the next topic is unlikely letters for an agony aunt to receive.
I want to trace my father. Could you suggest a good marker pen? Dear bitch, I have trouble making friends. What are you going to do about it? My wife says that I'm a compulsive liar. I think she's jealous that my reggae duet with Rio Ferdinand has reached #1. My problem is that I can only ejaculate when I hear a buzzer.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Lidl's own brand shampoo, because you're worthless. Do your knickers feel uncomfortable on? Try Bacardi Breeze.
Bad things to hear on opening the door in the middle of the night.
I saw a peeping Tom in your garden, but I warned him. This is my patch. I'm afraid your husband's been murdered. Could I borrow a shovel?
Bad things to say at a job interview.
What can I bring to the job? A burning hatred of the West, a hook for a hand and a pilot's licence. This job would be a great opportunity for me to steal a shitload of stationery. Sum myself up in 3 words. Well, I suppose it would have to be killer alien vagina.
Things you wouldn't hear on Songs of Praise.
Hello, Canterbury, let's make some fucking noise! And we appear to have a streaker. No, one of the altar boys has escaped from the vestry.
Things you wouldn't hear at the Olympics.
And that is a personal best. The first time I've managed to crack one off to the weightlifting. And anyone who thinks that this opening ceremony is amazing has never been to Blackpool on ecstasy.
OK, the next topic is lines you wouldn't hear in a war film.
I can't feel my legs! That's because your arms have been blown off. Is anyone else embarrassed that we've all turned up in the same outfit? You've each been selected for this mission because you're unknown to the enemy and you each have a special skill. Professor Hawking, John Leslie, Phil Neville, the Wu-Tang Clan, Usher, the Sugar Puffs Monster and Daniel Day-Lewis. Welcome to Operation Mindfuck!
Questions that were rejected from this year's exams.
Describe Uranus without telling your parents.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a costume drama.
Next, Pride and Extreme Prejudice, where Elizabeth is surprised to hear Mr. Darcy's views on queers and Jews. I worked for the Duke of Wellington when he invented the Wellington boot, and the Earl of Sandwich when he invented the sandwich. But I suppose my happiest time was working for Lord Strap-on.
Unlikely greetings cards.
Congratulations, you're 18 on a list of 20 people I'm going to kill. Thinking of you at this difficult time has given me an erection. Congratulations on passing your test. You have HIV.
Okay. The next topic is things you didn't hear at the Olympics.
Next, the rhythmic gymnastics. You might want to start beating out your own rhythm at home. Next, over to Gabby Logan, who's going to tell us whether or not she's a transvestite. Oh. Nobody can touch this Russian gymnast except their coach and their uncle. Chinese athlete with number 36 in his chest. That means he's a chicken chow mein.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a sci-fi film.
Use the force, Luke. I've run out of lubricant. Vadar, you look like a big black dildo. It's not easy being a Vulcan, Captain. Due to my death grip, I can't masturbate.
Things you wouldn't hear on the radio.
Here on Traffic Watch, we're predicting long delays on the M4, where I'm about to hit my ex-wife's car with this helicopter. Well, you've certainly stumped the Gardener's Question Time panel. None of us know how to bring a fox to orgasm.
Unlikely small ads.
Did you see a hit and run in the Cromwell Road on Tuesday night? Please get in touch, because I'm keen to silence any witnesses. Legs, bums and tums, wanted by cannibal. Are you an alcoholic? There's a sale on at Oddbins. Are you struggling to get out of the bath? It's pretty much game over for you then.
The next topic is unlikely things to hear on Question Time.
If your dog isn't here, Mr. Blunkett, who's sniffing my balls? Is Britain becoming more misogynist? Let's ask this bitch.
Things you wouldn't hear in a travel documentary.
This man lives under a sheet of tarpaulin and has to walk for 3 hours every morning just to get a drink of muddy water. Nonetheless, he is happy to be Mayor of Dundee. It's amazing to think that I'm the first white face these people have ever seen. And the last. Don't make the mistake I made. Nudists aren't welcome on every beach. Or at the local schools. After an arduous 3-day bus journey, we finally reached the place Ryanair said we were flying to.
Unlikely lines from a TV detective show.
So what can we tell from these bite marks on the breasts? We can tell that I shouldn't be left alone with a body.